A woman named Elise, in the movie Angelina Jolie, is being tracked in Paris by French police working with Scotland Yard. At a cafe, she catches a suspicious letter from Alexander Pierce, a one-time lover, with explicit directions to board a train to Venice, Italy, pick out a person who resembles him, and make the police consider that this man is Alexander Pierce. A mysterious stranger, not involved with the police, also seems to be observant Elise. Elise burns the letter and boards a train. Elise takes a seat across from Frank, in the movie Johnny Depp, an American tourist book learning a spy novel. Frank is directly attracted to her. The train arrives in Venice, and she proposes him to go with her on a boat to the Hotel Danieli. At main meal, much to Frank's dismay, Elise admits to having affections for another man, presumably Alexander Pierce. Later, on her room's balcony, they share a kiss and hug, witnessed by the men following her. The next day, Frank awake to find Elise gone. Men suddenly try to overturn into the hotel room. Frank barely departs by running over several the roofs in his pajamas, but is arrested by the Italian police. A sympathetic detective observed to Frank's story that he does not recognize why these men are after him. He takes Frank from the jail and tells him that his tragedy checks out and that the men after him were Belarusians, who have placed a compensation on his head and believe Frank to be personal. The detective, however, Elise without warning appears with a boat to rescue Frank and they flee well adjusted. Elise finally tells Frank that all this is incident because she kissed him and made the police believe that he was Alexander Pierce. Frank learns that Pierce stole $2 billion from a gangster named Shaw, in the movie Steven Berkoff, and is also wanted by the British government for tax evasion. Confused by the news, Frank tells he still does not regret kissing Elise. Elise confesses for getting him involved at all and trapping Frank off the boat. Frank says he loves with her. Elise goes to a government building. She turns out to be a British secret agent. She sees her fellow British agent Atchison, in the movie Paul Bettany, who was surrounded by those following her in Paris. Elise was supposed to work on undercover against Pierce, but fell in love with him and had exterminated from her job until now. She tells Atchison that she is ready to help him find Pierce. Now, because she wants to anticipate anybody else from getting hurt, Elise goes to a ball Pierce has requested her to attend, wearing a wire. She is handed a suspicious letter by the same mysterious stranger from Paris. The letter is from Pierce, saying where to meet him. As Elise turns to out, Frank appears and prevents her exit. They dance. Elise leaves to find Pierce, and Agent Atchison's men apprehend Frank. They both watch on surveillance appurtenances as Elise walks into a trap set by the gangster Shaw. The gangster threatens to kill her unless she reveals the location of the safe holding the money Pierce stole from Shaw. Agent Atchison doesn't involve for his colleague Elise, confident that Pierce will show up to recover her. Elise informs the safe's location but does not know its code. Frank watches in horror as Elise is exposed yet again. Seeing that Atchison won't help Elise, Frank takes the lock to his handcuffs and break out to help her. Frank misleads to be Pierce. Elise begs him to stop or he will be killed. Frank, acting as Pierce, tells Shaw that he will get his amount of money, but only if Elise is first released and safe. As Frank pretends that he is about to open the safe, Elise mouths, "I love you." All of without warning, Chief Inspector Jones, in the movie Timothy Dalton, gives the order for the police snipers to shoot Shaw and his members. Frank and Elise are unharmed. As the police survey the scene, Agent Atchison can't believe that Pierce did not save Elise and Jones is furious with him for exposing her to danger zone. Jones then advises Elise that she has been terminated from the force. A police report advised them that Pierce has just been arrested as the room clears. Elise and Frank embrace. He asks her if she loves both him and Alexander Pierce. Elise answers was yes. To spare her from this dilemma, Frank determined that he is the real Alexander Pierce by entering the real code for the safe. Pierce had gotten plastic surgery, so he could have a new life.